What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the Yeezy 700 Bright Blues. First, let's get into the details. I got a size 9.5, but which is my actual true size, and we're going to get into the fit in a little bit. But let's go ahead and cover the information on the tag. The item code is GZ0541, and the color code is Blue, which stands for bright blue, if you didn't know. Originals, and they are made in China. At least my pair is made in China. You know, a lot of times with these Yeezys, especially the 350s, they could be made in various places. But my box was made in China, and I purchased these from Adidas. I didn't get them from Yeezy Supply. So that might make a difference. Take a good look at the UPC code, and let's move on. All right, so onto the shoe. I'm going to leave the right the right shoe inside the box, and we're going to be looking at the left shoe. So upon immediate removal of the shoes from the box, I noticed that the shoe isn't nearly as vibrant as the pictures put off. The orange is a lot more dull. The blues are dull. I mean, they are bright, but they are still very dull. It has a more, it's difficult to explain. They're bright colors with like an earth tone feel to them because they're so dull. But let's go ahead and start at the bottom with its construction. You have your traction here, and while this looks black and it looks black in the pictures online, this is actually brown. So all the traction control is brown. Then you have the midsole that goes throughout the bottom, and of course it's like this dull orange. It's very, very orange. And you have your boost here. All right, so moving on to the upper, we have maybe four different materials here if you include these little reflective 3M hits. And they seem to be this like nappy cotton right here. This is more representative of suede. And then you have this leather and this mesh along with more mesh cotton material here. Now, to me, holding the shoe in my hand, everything feels synthetic. Okay, everything feels synthetic to me. It smells synthetic, but I could be wrong. But this does feel like suede, but I don't know, because Kanye West is doing this push to be more environmentally friendly. It would surprise me if he was actually still using real leather on the shoes. But these black portions, these are not leather at all. This feels, you can see the difference, hopefully. All right, I had to change my camera's viewing angles and stuff so that you guys could really see the difference in material here. So looking at this black, you can see it just looks like, if I could explain this, it looks like your sweatpants after they've been washed real hard. You know what I'm saying? They get that lint bally feel. That's exactly what this black portion looks and feels like. It feels like some sweatpants that was some thick ones that were just washed way too hard. But you see up here, this does feel and look like suede. It has that suppleness, and it has that grippiness is the best way I could describe it, as suede. Then you have your green net here, and on the other side, and you have this traditional blue for the 700s. I have my wave runners right here too, and it's the same greens and blues. Let me grab those. All right, so I have my wave runners, and you can see it's the same green, blue colors on the toe box. Putting those aside. Get more into the upper, we have your blue mesh here, and you have the Adidas logo behind that. So we're gonna turn on the light so you can see those. All right, so those are showing up good. And let's leave that light on so you guys can see more of the reflective hits here, of course, in the heel. And on the inside, we can get a good look at the inside there. It just says Yeezy, Adidas. Is that focusing? On the inside, if you notice, if you look, you see almost at the toe box there, there's no paper. We're going to get into that. So just my first impressions and the first couple things I noticed of the shoe. But anyway, moving on, we have the suede in the back. and your typical. I mean, it's a typical 700, y'all. I'm trying to make this more scientific than what it really is. It's your typical 700, just different colors. Now, this leather here, this doesn't feel like leather to me. It looks and feels very synthetic, but it could be real. I don't know. It could just be the grain or the dye that makes it feel a certain kind of way. I used to work in a leather store a long, long time ago, and just the leather didn't feel like this. This feels synthetic to me. But everybody on the internet tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So I ain't about to argue with people who ain't never worked in textiles before, like myself. So anyway, I'm saying this feels fake. This feels not fake, but synthetic. This feels real though. This way on the toe box feels real. Anyway, let's move on to the interesting things about the shoe. First thing I noticed are these laces are like a eggshell. Last night I was looking at them, comparing them to my wave runners, and I thought these laces were the same color. And in low light, they really do look like they're the same color. But this is like it's an eggshell color. And one thing that I found interesting was the tag, the way they hang the tags. Usually, y'all know they put it through the the eyelet up here, but they didn't do that, and it's no plastic. It's like a weave, and I think that that's really cool because it is more environmentally friendly. Because this, I believe, can I believe this is biodegradable. Now these still have some plastic elements to them, but overall there's cardboard and paper. All this can be recycled, the entire tag. So I like that direction. Kanye is really delivering on his environmentally low environmental impact promise. And the other thing that was interesting to me, I reached in to take the paper out, and there was none. And it and since there wasn't any paper in there, I stuck my hand in there, and it's still like that. The insole is not all the way like in. It's weird. It's a big bubble. It's kind of just lifted up. Now, granted, your foot will just wear that down as you wear it, but I think all these years I've underestimated the importance of having that paper in there or a shoe tree. That well, I can't say that because the old Jordans had those plastic shoe trees, and the insoles were still very flat. So I find that interesting. I don't know if you can really call that a manufacturing flaw, but the insole is not flat. I mean, it's just kind of loose. It'll be easy to pull this thing out. Well, no, the rear is glued down, but the top was not. So I just wanted to address that. I thought that's funny. When you pay $240 for a shoe, because that's what these retail for, $240, and pay $240 for a shoe to find little imperfections like that. Not only that, let's compare it a little bit to the Wave Runner. Um, this paint work is not the greatest. You see that? I mean, y'all love, and I don't know, I can't even say what people love to do. When I was making videos on shoes in 2013, people love to call any imperfection, they say the shoe was fake. So you look at these, look at that paint work. They say, oh no, fake, oh, fake shoe, fake. But I mean, I can show you my receipt, it don't matter. I can show you my receipt all day. They say that these joints was fake. Well, whatever. The paint work is not the greatest. You can even look at the midsole, you see it's all coloring out of the line. Nothing's perfect. 240 these were. So I'm gonna actually pull out the right shoe and see if the insole feels the same way. Another thing, the paper on the inside is different. Like it's way more waxy than all of my other shoes, or at least my Wave Runners. Those weren't that waxy. You can see the shoe is kind of smushed down, mainly because it doesn't have the paper in it. And this is my first time looking at the right shoe. The paint work on the heel is a little bit better. And let me feel for that insole. Oh yeah, I mean this is lifted up. Like, see, I was able to easily lift this up because because it wasn't laid completely down. And let's take a look, since I'm able to pull it out. Let's take a look at this insole. This is cool. Nice little speckles and stuff. It is pretty soft. kind of thick there, especially for a stock insert. But I don't think that these really. Okay, all right. So I'm feeling them, and these blue inserts here, I guess these blue portions of the insole are a little more stiff than the white parts with the speckles in them. This white part is softer than these blue parts. So I actually like that, and I'm going to get into why. So yeah, it says Ortholite on there, and I still have the light on so you guys can see. And on the inside, you can just see the boost. There's a net over it, and this net is like really hard. It's super firm, but then you can feel the boost right there, and it's soft. So that is also interesting to me. I'm not really sure why they left that circle there. Maybe for the heel of your foot. I don't know. But anyway, this has a really strong heel support here. I don't know if this would eventually, right there, that hump. I'm not sure. It's obviously designed to shape your foot, but if you were a larger person or had big wide ankles or something like that, I wonder if this would annoy you after a while, or rub, or cause some type of problem with your Achilles tendon. Let's move on to the fit. We already covered all the other stuff. Now, as for the fit, the shoe runs true to size. I got my Wave Runners in a size 10, and I was gambling, going back and forth. I was going back and forth trying to figure out what size to get. These are a size 10, and these are a 9.5. And I have to say, I feel like my Wave Runners now are way too big. These are true to size. They fit perfectly. And the reason I got a size 10 on the Wave Runners, because I bought these after the fact. I didn't get them when they dropped, because people were saying that they ran small, but no, they don't. These run true to size. And I mean, you might even be able to get away with a size down, but I wouldn't do that. I just get your true size. I have flat feet, I have wide feet, and I have bunions, and these fit awesome. And that's mainly because the sides are very soft. So the whole upper is very, very, very soft. Now let's move on to the on foot. Before we get into the on foot, I want to just show y'all something I never noticed before. We will need the light on for this. I never knew that there was a Yeezy stamp on the inside of the shoe. It's on the inside left side of the shoe. So on the left foot, it's on the left side. It's on the outer part of the shoe. And on the right foot, it's on the right side. Y'all probably knew. This was news to me. So I thought I'd share it with you, because it got to be at least one person out there that did not know that that thing was there. I had these shoes, I don't know how long. Well, obviously these just for a couple days. But my Wave Runners, I had them joints for a while. I never really worn them though. So anyway, I just didn't know that those was in there. But anyway, on to the on foot. All right, so my final thoughts on the shoe. First of all, value. Do I think that they are worth the price of admission? And that would be a big fat no. I don't really feel like shoes should cost more than $120. Y'all gotta understand, I've had hundreds of pairs of shoes in my life. I'm almost 40. I've had everything that everybody could ever want. And honestly, they're not the best shoes on the market. Really, the best shoes are the little cheap joints that no one's really talking about. It's just, we pay these prices because of a name. So no, these are not worth $240. This is like, for real, a $60 to $80 shoe. If you found one in like Burlington Coat Factory or Marshalls or something like that, and they some old Adidas that didn't have some celebrity's name tied to them or some athlete, with the same technology or even better technology, they gonna be like $80, $60. Matter of fact, let's take these Adidas for example. All right. I've had these for like about a year now. I've been wearing these every day pretty much. That's why they look the way they do. I cut grass, I work on the car, do everything. I run, work out, everything. Look at this. They have this little flap here. And I call this, this is like a hard shell. They have this hard thing in the middle along with the boost. Look, I call these, and then they grippy. Look, that's the Continental. The bottom is legit made from the same people that make tires, okay? This is like tires on the bottom, a thin layer of tire. All right, and these were $100, okay? And these from Adidas. I don't think they was on sale or anything, but they were $100. No, I did get them on sale. They were $100 and brand new, like without any discounts or anything. I think they were like $170 or something like that, and I could really see why. They're very breathable. Matter of fact, like I call these my assistant living shoes, not because they look like something somebody from a nursing home or something will wear, but because they basically walk for you, man. You don't feel anything. Like, matter of fact, they're so good, they're bad because my legs are weak as I don't know what now. I tried to go run a few days ago, and man, my knees, everything, I'm really out because my knee hurt, my shins were hurting. Because these just do all the work for me. You really need a shoe that like requires you to put some effort into your daily exercise and your walking and all that. You're walking, you're standing. Those assisted living shoes, man, I could wear them joints all day, walk around, stand, and I don't feel anything at the end of the day. And that's not that good. All right, that's really not good. You need to work your legs out. So again, do I feel like they're worth it? I honestly, when I pulled them out, I liked the bright colors when I saw them online. But once they came and I saw that they weren't as vivid, I was like, I don't really like these like that. They okay. I was just gonna throw them on StockX or eBay or something like that. Probably eBay because there's no fees. But after I reviewed my own foot, man, they actually look really clean on my feet though. They look pretty good on foot. So I don't know, I might keep them. I don't know, they weren't worth it though. Again, what I pay resale, I don't want to pay retail for these. They was like $260, $270 after tax and all of that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about the shoes. Do you like them? Are you gonna get them? One thing about these and a lot of the Yeezys as of late, like you go on StockX and the prices aren't crazy anymore. Like I think these on StockX for like $340, and that's not a bad resale price. Did I cover everything? Oh, I didn't talk about the comfort. Comfort, they're comfortable. I think after about 3 or 4 hours though, if you're wearing these all day, walking around, standing 3 or 4 hours nonstop, you would begin to feel it in your legs, which again I think is a good thing. But when you first put it on, they feel really good. They feel great. They're warm, they're cozy, they're soft, but they're not as soft as my assisted living shoes over there. They don't have a whole lot of rigidity to them in the middle. Like they don't have anything to really offer a whole lot of support. It's just kind of flat within there and soft. And again, that's a good thing because it helps work out your legs and keeps your legs strong. Yet these are comfortable. They won't give you any bunions or corns or anything like that. So overall, I think it's a really good shoe. But again, you can go to Burlington or something and find a comparable shoe if you're just looking for comfort. But we getting these for style. To me, they are stylish. I do like the artistic aspect of the shoe. And if you have the money, I would recommend them. Just make sure you get your true size. The length is perfect. If you have narrow feet, these will feel a little baggy a little bit on the sides, but I wouldn't recommend going a size down because the length is true. So these are a solid 9.5 shoe, solid 9.5 inches. And the width though is pretty wide. It's perfect for my flat bunion feet. Anyway, hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.